Hey guys, how you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our evening Bitcoin wrap up. So straight over to the charts. So yeah, you can see not a lot of action today other than just this one move that we had up. You can see in the range and stop, we've just been sort of playing out the range, bouncing off the top, bouncing off the bottom until we broke through. Had a nice move up, formed this new range, and then yeah, again we've just been playing around the extremes of the tops, well not the bottom so much but the tops of this range here. So yeah, very quiet day price action wise, to be honest. I was maybe expecting a bit more this weekend, but you know how Bitcoin is, it likes to make like some big moves in one go. So yeah, you can see we sort of, I mean obviously this sort of not much movement is just flip-flopping our buy and sell signals around. So yeah, not really much to do there, but like I said, I'm saying to you guys, this isn't really a time to be looking at the smaller time frames anyway. That's possibly why we're not getting too much movement at the moment, and then we'll probably get a big move at some point. But yeah, so over to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, you can kind of see we're just kind of getting guided down of sorts by the pennant that we're in, forming another pennant now within the pennant. So we now basically have quite a few pennants going on. So we have this pennant here, then we have this larger pennant, and then we have obviously the big time frame pennant, and now we have this little pennant too. So we've got 4. So we've got another little Russian doll pennant inside our pennant formation. So yeah, that's funny to see. But yeah, but obviously that just means this tiny pennant play out. If we get a breakup continuation, taking out the top of, let's say, well, pretty much 9,600. Take out the top of 9,600, we could potentially get a move up to, well, basically up to 9,700 or 800 around this area here. In which case we'll be breaking through this pennant here. So maybe we can get, well, the full extension of this pennant, which will get us well over 10k. And then yeah, we'll have to see what happens then, whether we get a bit of a retrace or yeah, what happens. I mean, it's a lot over 10k, the movement, the actual price target for this pennant. Even if we sort of take it from here, it's basically, let's say, $9,900 to 8,500. So that's basically $1,400 we could expect potential at the breakout of this pennant. So let's say we'll call it roughly 9,600 the breakout. That puts us at basically exactly $11,000. So it would actually put us through this higher time frame move here. Yeah, so I mean, if we do break out, then yeah, I mean, I'd expect to move pretty much to this resistance here around 11,500, and then a retrace potentially to the 10,600 if we can find some footing there. Yeah, and then we'll have to see. I mean, larger time, because obviously we're breaking out a larger time frame trend line too. We could expect a lot of, well, obviously we will expect a lot of volatility, and maybe even a test all the way back down to this trend line, which could be obviously sub 10k, which will be sub 10k. So yeah, obviously that's the upside anyway. I mean, the downside is clearly that we basically lose this sort of 9,400 area, make the move down to 9,200. If we don't obviously then get supported there and we lose this area, it will be looking like we will potentially drop out of the pennant, because we are quite mature in the formation. So yeah, I mean, taking out this as well, yeah, it obviously is the center, is basically the middle of the pennant, so it will start to put us on towards the bearish side. But we'll have to see how we react to these levels. Obviously these levels, there's nothing really much, well, we've got some horizontal support. We have, well, I guess we've got horizontal confluence around this 9,000. It was obviously the level we sort of watched for the breakout of this little move back up. But yeah, so maybe we could draw a little line here around 9,000, just so that we can have that there, just so that we can obviously see some confluence there. So if we do get a bit of support at that zone, we've got a line that we can has a bit of a point of reference. So yeah, this is what we I think what we spoke about on the 4-hour. Basically retesting this line and bouncing off it. Also on the well, no, sorry, it was actually the 12 hour, wasn't it, of basically retesting this line and bouncing off it, but we haven't even got that. Again, we are just basically staying strong up here. Oh, we're getting a bit of a move down here at the moment. But yeah, you see we're pretty much staying above the line, so maybe this will be the test down to the line that I was literally just telling you we could have. But yeah, maybe the 12 hour come back and test this, 12 hour stochastic come back and test this line and then bounce back up, and then obviously we may potentially get a breakout then. But yeah, other than that, let's look at the daily candle closing in not too far away. So yeah, this is pretty much a bit of an indecision candle. It's an inside candle as well at the moment. Obviously it hasn't closed yet. Still just sat around this support zone. So at the moment it all looks fine. But yeah, we're running out of runway. We're running out of space. So we're going to have to make some sort of decision, and obviously there's a lot of macro resistance here, so you would maybe expect to push down to around the 9,100, 9,000 level, maybe just around this center of the pennant, and then we've got to make a decision on whether we've got the strength to basically get back up, rally back up, or are we then going to come and test the bottom of the pennant and then potentially come and test 8,600. So you can see the daily trend line we've got on the stochastics. Well, we've obviously got room to run in here, but obviously if we run that, we're going to be if we'd hit this, I'm guessing we're going to have to be over 10k for us to get up there. Otherwise these are going to turn over and go and turn back down before we get there. So yeah, not too much I mean, it's been a really quiet day. There's not a lot for me to really say about Bitcoin this weekend. I mean, we're potentially expecting a big breakout, or if not that, we're just gonna play. Obviously you can see our incredibly tight sort of ranges that we've had been going on the past pretty much couple of days. But yeah, you see this move probably just going to come down and possibly and test just the bottom of the shorter time frame range and stop, and then I'm guessing we'll just move back up again and just stay in the zone that we're in. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe as well if you're not subscribed. I have lots of daily videos on various different markets. Yeah, so some useful info for you there, especially for you guys trade the TD as well, TD sequential. So yeah, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.